And welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Heather Childers along with Bob Sellers. President Joe Biden appears to be wasting no time on his first full day in office, signing a massive stack of executive orders reversing former President Trump's policies. And joining us now is Republican Congressman from California, Issa. Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And as you say, a lot of the best parts of things that President Obama wanted that were washed away by Trump are now being brought back by President Biden, very predictably going in the wrong direction. We expect on foreign policy and a lot of these other areas to see, a return to these climate accords that they win, we lose. Obviously, we expect that we're going to have some trade problems with this president, too.
Can we get your reaction to some of President Biden's executive orders specifically? Just another look at some of them. One, stopping all the border wall construction, ending the travel ban to some predominantly Muslim countries. He has rejoined the Paris Climate Accord, and he is ending the Keystone Pipeline project as well. And then, of course, that nationwide 100-day mask challenge. Out of all of these, I do want to ask you this as well, and then we can just continue to take a look at the very long list. You know, President Biden had talked a lot about unity. Which of these do you think is unifying for Americans?
Well, first of all, he's violating his oath because he said he would faithfully execute the Constitution and the laws that were passed, and he's not faithfully executing. These contracts to continue reinforcing our border, making it more secure for the Border Patrol and others, these are contracts he's going to break. So his executive order is contrary to the law. The same thing goes with the XL pipeline, where these people have invested a lot of money. There'll be a lawsuit for his stopping it. One of the things that happened under President Trump is we became a net exporter of oil and natural gas. And that, unfortunately, gives President Biden the ability to basically mess with this industry and still have it continue to survive. But when President Obama left office, we were on the wrong trajectory. He had taken all federal lands out of any consideration. And this president now has promised to do the same thing. You heard him say, I'm for fracking as long as it's not on federal land. Well, what that means is he's for fracking only if he has no choice. And that's what is going to happen, is he's going to stop all natural gas on federal property and any federal authority. So those are some of them. I think the most dangerous one is that he's re-engaging with the Iranians right now as we speak. That failed program was something that President Trump undid. And with the Abraham Accords, brought real opportunity for lasting peace for Israel and for the region. And undoing it is about the most boneheaded thing I've ever seen. Why do you have to take something that's working, even if you were wrong previously, and go back in the wrong direction again? But that's exactly what he's doing.
Congressman, I'm sure you're aware executive orders are allowed from the executive branch. President Trump certainly passed his. I think Obama was the one that said elections have consequences, and then President Trump proved that. So we have Biden in, which leads me to this question. He may be against the XL pipeline. And by the way, we're seeing Trudeau from Canada coming out saying he's disappointed that he's holding up that permit. But is there something that Congress can do to change that? Is there a law that could be passed that indeed could take some of the power away from President Biden when it comes to XL pipeline or anything else for that matter?
Well, in 2022, the people of America can bring some balance back, and that would allow Congress to have a seat at the table. For now, most of these organizations are going to have to rely on the courts. And I suspect that the wrong being done in several areas, companies that have been harmed are going to go to the courts. But, President Obama famously said elections have consequences. And the consequences are that Congress right now is in the hands of the Democrats. We can stop them from doing a lot of things, but it's going to be very hard for us to move our agenda, even as far as the president's desk. And obviously with a veto, he could stop anything. So I don't want to sound like Clint Eastwood too often, but, a man has to know his limitations. And right now, the most important thing we can do is be with the president when he's right and communicate when he's wrong. And he's dead wrong on some of these policy changes.
Fair enough. Congressman Issa, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.